What's up, everybody, and welcome back again to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about these guys right here. If you don't know what these are the controllers for the Oculus Quest 2. Hang out, let's see what I got to talk about. Alright, you guys, so here they are. Alright, I'm going to start with this right one, and then we'll see if we notice any differences between the two. First off, I want to talk about this little symbol on the front here that has changed. A lot of you have known by now that Facebook has changed the name of their branding and is no longer going to be called the Oculus. Instead, it is going to be called the Meta Quest 2. And you can see their little symbol going on right here. However, you can look down here onto, let's see if I can get a better angle. Right there, the little button still has the little Oculus button on it. I wonder if that's because the app is still called the Oculus app, maybe. I'm not really sure, but I do know that these buttons on the controllers, usually when you push that, takes you back to the Oculus home screen, or at least exits you from whatever game you are and gets you options to get back to the home screen. We do have the joystick, the analog stick, or whatever you want to call it, on the right controller. We do have a B button, an A button, and I've seen this actually taken apart. And inside this, there is a bunch of sensors pointed outwards. So this is actually here for a reason, and there's a bunch of electronics inside of this. So as much as you can, try not to damage these controllers because they are highly sensitive electronics on the inside of them. Now, the way you hold this controller is just like this, with 3 fingers around the handle and their hand grip, your index finger on the upper trigger, your middle finger goes on the handle trigger, just like this, and then your thumb moves freely within here. There are also sensors that sense when your thumb is touching the buttons or when it's lifted, and you can see this in the game when you're playing. So it does actually sense the position of the thumb based on how it is moving inside of the controller. Now let's open up the battery compartment so you guys can see what that looks like. It's really simple to do this. All you do is slide it down and then it pops out. And some of you may not know this as well, the little strap comes disconnected right there. So if you're wondering how to disconnect your strap, that's how you do it. And you want to make sure this little button is facing the correct direction. If you don't get that in there correctly, then the battery cover won't go back on. Now, this is not a rechargeable battery. You can buy rechargeable batteries. However, you have to take them out of the controller to charge it and then put it back in once they're fully charged. As far as right now, I don't know if there's anything being done about making these rechargeable to where you plug in the controller and it charges the battery that way. I will be looking into that to see if that's going to be an option for in the future. And that's the battery compartment. You guys let me know if you have any questions about that. Alright. Now let's compare this to the left one and see how it differs. So we have the right and now the left. So you can automatically see that there's some differences with the buttons. We have the X and the Y instead of A and B, and the Oculus button on this side is just 3 straight lines. We still have the analog stick on this side, the joystick, and everything else is the same. You can see the Meta symbol is on this one as well. And the same thing with the battery cover, except on this one there's a little sticker here that says left side. You pull it down and there's the battery. Same thing with the strap. I don't know what most people think of these. However, I do feel like these are super comfortable holding it. The only problem I have is when I'm moving them around, okay? And then I want to let go of the triggers to have open hands. I have to hold them so where they don't fall. A lot of times when I'm like, let's say I'm trying to shoot a basketball in one of the games, I want to throw my hand open to let go of the ball, but you don't really want to do that. You want to still hold on. So if I had a strap around the outside here like this, that would actually hold it on my hand from flying away. Something to keep the controller from flying away. Now, the correct way you're supposed to use the strap is like this, and then you push the little fastener up towards your wrist, and that'll keep it from flying away, but it's still awkward to try to grab it again during gameplay. You really want it to stay in your palm when you let it go, and having it just tied to your wrist doesn't really solve that problem. Like I said before, it'd be better if we had a strap that goes around right here. And I do believe that they make handles or cases or attachments to these controllers that could go on here just like that. But if you use those, then you cannot set these easily back into the dock if you had bought a docking station for your Oculus. So it does make it the wrong shape to fit back into the dock. However, it does have the strap. There is another hack that you guys can do with these to make it work a little bit better. However, it doesn't work for me because I have really big hands. And the little hack that some people were showing me that they can do is to pull this little thing out, tie it around here, just like this, and then put it back into the slot. And let's see if I can do it. Oh, we gotta slide it all the way over. Just like this. And this gives you a little bit of a handle to hold onto while you're playing. Just like that. Now, you guys can see, if you have a better, smaller hand than me, it actually works better. However, with my hands, because they're so big, it doesn't fit. Okay, it would kind of work, but it's a tight fit for me. I would actually need this to be just a little bit longer. So for me, this hack doesn't work because I have big hands, but for some of you, if you got smaller, thinner hands, this might be an option to keep the controller holding onto your hand a little bit. However, like I said, my hands are too big. Doesn't really work for me. All right. Let's see here. What else can I talk about? I don't know if anybody in these who watches these videos has played previous Oculus versions. For example, I've played the Gear VR, and the tracking for the Gear VR always got messed up. However, when I'm playing the Oculus Quest 2, the positioning of my hands is almost always exactly where I can see them in my screen or in my headset. If I was to have my headset on and it was showing me a picture of my Oculus controller, and then I slid the goggles up to look at my controller with my eyes instead of through the Oculus Quest 2, it would be in the exact same position. It's amazing how close they actually get it and how good the tracking on these controllers actually is. It really does help for gameplay. All right, and that's about it, you guys. I can't really think of much else that I want to talk about. Comparisons between the two. Yeah, that's about it. Let's move on. All right, you guys, and that's pretty much it for these guys. These, like I said before, are the Oculus Quest 2 controllers, or the new name, Meta Quest controllers. And it's a little bit about them. If you like the video, please head down, click that like button. If you know anybody else who likes to watch things like this, please share my video with them. It really helps my channel grow, and I guess we'll see you guys next time. Y'all have a good day.